family. This is Show Far from Faux Show Energy Work, and I'm here to talk to you today about invasive masculinity. The purpose of the video is to take a look at one of the aspects of what we are terming these days as toxic masculinity, and breaking that down and seeing what are some of the qualities of toxic masculinity, breaking down some of those different parts or whatever, so that all of us as human beings, men and women, especially us men, but all of us can look at what are those qualities so we make sure we don't show up in that way. So that's the purpose of the video. And I feel like it's an important one because the quality of toxic masculinity, which is invasive, in my opinion, is part of the rape culture. It's a part of what sets us up to be intrusive on others, and it's that part of energy, or the part of our being, that part of our consciousness that penetrates or is intrusive on other people or other beings. So it's very important for us to take a look at it and be very clear about what it is and how it shows up, so that we can make sure not to be that. And that is the part of masculinity that is always, just putting its ideas and opinions in other people's heads, just fucking blaring our music as we're going down the street, or you go in the grocery store and they're playing some song and we didn't even ask to hear that, or we pumping our gas and they got a fucking video, trying to sell us something else, or all these ad billboards and songs that are playing, and it's invasive. It's invasive to other people's space. And this is one quality of invasive masculinity. We see invasive masculinity in a lot of our religions, and with our politicians and politics of the day. We see it in our social media feed sometimes if you don't clean your feed up. This is where opinions, and it really what it is in a nutshell, just to be more succinct, is destructive intelligence. In this culture, we put an overemphasis on intelligence and over cleverness, and having this being very smart, but without it being heart-based, then it's not balanced. And so invasive masculinity is espousing these opinions and these thoughts and these feelings that have no basis, no balance of the heart in them. And it's destructive. And it's also invasive because it's not asked for, it's not consensual, and so therefore it's part of the rape culture. And on the scale of things, it is actually, though we're talking about on a mental and emotional level, but it's that same mentality that actually can lead to rape, and lead us to take resources, or to, take sex from someone else, use someone else's body that is not consensual. It's the same, it's different on the scale, but it's on that scale. And so we have to look at our masculinity. We have to look at that part of our being. Again, masculine energy can affect, it can be in male or female. It's not about gender, but it's that part of our being that is being overly aggressive with our opinions, with our feelings, and we're pushing them on other people. That is invasive masculinity. And we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to do that. So that is it in a nutshell. Let me know what you think about it. What else would you put as qualities of invasive masculinity? Do you feel that it's part of the rape culture, that is intrusive, that it penetrates something else without the other being consenting to that? So these are some of the things I'm talking about, and it does this at a mental or emotional level. So it's something for all of us to look at and see if there's places in our life. We may be doing it with our kids, we may be doing it with our parents, or with our partner or partners or whatever, or if we sit on a board, there's many different places where we may want to look at where we have maybe leadership or we have authority, and if we're being invasive, if we're using that platform to be invasive rather than to be consensual, to be in a place of flow and inviting the other person to give their thoughts and their opinions, their feelings as well. And I think a lot of times as human beings, some of the key places that we may do that is around intimacy, it's around money, it's around God, because these things are very dear to us, very important. So sometimes we may go on the offensive. We may go to a place of like flying our flag, so to speak, and being more aggressive about the things that we think and feel. So these are some key places to see if we're being invasive and intrusive with our masculinity. All right, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree, disagree, if you have some other ideas or expansion on that or whatever, if that makes sense to you. And if you like the video, please like it, subscribe and share. And again, I'm Shofar from Faux Show Energy Work. I do coaching for couples and singles. I do energy work for couples and singles. I have a book, Soul, S-O-L, Sacred Orgasmic Living. And I also have a series of workshops, Hip Hop Kundalini and Intimate Relating, that I do with some other dope facilitators. Check us out. Again, thank you for checking me out. I appreciate your time and keep shining, keep climbing, y'all. Peace.